Bom dia.
Bom dia to Olivia, of
Yeah.
course, and I don't know who else is anywhere else, but boa tarde to everyone.
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
So I'm planning to give you comprehensions. So that's my plan, to give you comprehensions quite soon.
Okay.
So you will all see for yourselves how you are doing.
Okay.
Yes, you will see how much you can understand, how much you can respond. Each one will see for themselves, and accordingly, then you can buck up a little, or it's okay. Be happy with yourselves, with the progress you are making. Okay. So today, we are going to learn some words relating to the human body, parts of the body, and we will also learn some describing words. Okay. We will learn some words, some adjectives, and also we will learn some joining words, that the linking words that form a sentence. All right. So Lorraine has all the slides for us, and in the meantime, I just want to tell you that I was very happy to hear from many of you that you could follow the legend of the Barcelos rooster. Some of you said that you could follow, even those who are beginners. When you heard it in Portuguese, you could follow. And that's something really very encouraging for me. Perhaps I could find smaller stories and read and translate them. I wanted you to hear about the rooster. So it was quite a long story and a little complicated also. But maybe I could find, easier stories that may not be so interesting, but they will be easier to follow. So you could let me know how you find them. Okay, if everybody tells me how you find the level, whether it's too much or okay, that helps a lot. Okay, so please send me a feedback. I would really like to know. When you send me personal messages, I try to respond. And so, okay. So Lorraine is ready, I think. Lorraine, can we have the parts of the body, please? Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Yes, okay. So I think most of you will really want to hear smaller stories with the words that you have already learned. So of course there will be some words. It's not easy to, put in only words that you know, but you will hear them and you will learn them. That's the easiest way to learn, actually. Like I told you, just like a child learns. So the child hears and learns. Okay. So we'll have the parts of the body first. Lorraine, please. Yes, yes. So, o corpo humano, that's the human body. Corpo is body, humano is human. Not humano, but humano. The E is completely silent, totally silent. So, o corpo humano, the human body. Cabeça is the head. Cabeça, head. Cabelos, hair. Cabelo, muitos cabelos. One hair, many. In English, it is also hair. But in Portuguese, the plurals are different. Cabelos is hair. Olho is eye. Nariz, nose. Boca, mouth. Pescoço, neck. Braço, arm. Mão, hand. Peito, chest. Perna, leg. Pé, foot. So I will go over this again. Cabeça, head. Cabelos, olho. Nariz. Boca. Pescoço. Braço. Mão. Peito. Perna. Pé. Okay? So you will have to learn these. I don't think there is a shortcut for that. You will have to repeat and learn by repetition. Okay? So we'll do now some adjectives, some describing words. Lorraine, the next one, which is alto baixo maybe, starting with alto baixo. Yes, no, that one, yes. So these are adjectives to describe something. Alto is tall or high. Baixo is short. Okay? Or low. Bom, mau. Good, bad. Cheio, vazio. Full and empty. Rico, pobre. See the difference between the word rico. You roll the R when it is in the beginning. Rico. Okay? Rico, pobre. When the R is in the middle, you don't roll it so much. Rico, pobre. Rich, poor. Gordo, magro. Fat, thin. Sujo, limpo. Dirty, clean. You might have heard these words in Konkani also, no? Those who know Konkani. Sujo, limpo. Dirty, clean. So we'll go over again. Alto, baixo. Bom, mau. Cheio, vazio. Rico, pobre. Gordo, magro. Sujo, limpo. Okay? There are some more. Yes. Rir, chorar. Rir, chorar. Rir is to laugh. It's a verb, and it is a verb ending in IR. Chorar. Chorar is to cry, to laugh and to cry. Forte. Forte is strong. Fraco is weak. Bonito, feio. Bonito can also be, there is another word, common word, belo. Bonito or belo. Feio is ugly. All these words that end with an O, when you want to describe a feminine word, you have to make it bonita, feia. Okay? When it refers to a feminine word, it would change from O to A, because as I've told you, the masculine words mostly end in O and the feminine words end in A. So suppose you're talking about a menino. Menino is a boy. A menino, you would have to say bonito. Menino, bonito. Menino, feio. Menino, bonito. Menino, feio. If you're talking about a girl, you would have to say menina bonita, menina feia. Okay, correspondingly, the words change in the ending. Correto, errado. Correct, wrong. Correto, correto. See, double R. So you have to roll the R's nicely. Correto, errado. Difícil, fácil. See, these words end with an L. So I had told you that the words ending with L, R, Z normally have stress on the last syllable. But here, in order to show that the stress is not on the last syllable, they have put an accent on the fi. That I in the middle has got an accent, acute accent. Again, fácil has got an accent. See the word, the way papel is pronounced, P-A-P-E-L. So we pronounce it as papel, animal. Okay, but this is not fácil, this is fácil. So that accent shows that the stress is not on the last syllable. So that is difficult, easy. Mais, menos. Mais is more. Menos is less. Escuro, claro. These words we have already done when we did colors. Escuro, claro. So if you are referring to something that is dark and it's masculine, again, it would be escura. Suppose you are talking about a girl who is dark, then you would say menina escura. Okay? If you would talk of a boy who is dark, you would say menino escuro. Similarly, menina clara, menina menino claro. Okay? Correspondingly, the word would change. Now let's go to the linking words. So these are words you'll have to learn also if you don't already know them. E is equivalent to the English and. It's a conjunction to join two sentences, to join two phrases. E is and. It's pronounced as E. E and. Mush. Mush is but. Mush. But.
Mush, but.
Mush. But. Yes, very good. O is or. O. Or. Okay, the English or is in Portuguese is o. This or that. Isto, ou aquilo. Isto is this. Aquilo is that. So, o. Se. Se is if. Okay? If. Se. Com is with. I put all these words together because they are the words that are used in forming a sentence. Some of them are conjunctions, some of them are prepositions, some of them something else. But we are not going into grammar, we are learning the language directly. So, com is with, sem is without. Okay? We would say pão com manteiga, means bread with butter. We have learned these words, I think. So, pão is bread and manteiga is butter. So, pão com manteiga would be bread with butter. Okay? You can also say pão e manteiga, just like in English we say bread and butter. So, pão e manteiga. Okay? So, pão e manteiga would be bread with butter, bread and butter. Sem, pão sem manteiga, bread without butter. Okay? Now, pork. Now, here there is the same word can be pronounced in two different ways, but in the second, it is purke. There is an accent on the last E to say why. Why is a question, and that is pronounced as purke. Why? Purke. And this is actually purk, because the stress is always on the first syllable. So, purk. Many times while speaking, it sounds the same, but the correct pronunciation is purk. Okay? Now, per is two. Per is two. There is another two, which is a. Now, there is a fine difference here. If you are going to some place, I'm going to Margaon. But if you're going to Margaon to stay for a long time, you say, Vou para Margaon. And if you're going and coming back soon, then you say, Vou a Margaon. If you're going to do some shopping, you are from Benauli, like Lorraine, and you want to go to Margaon and come back, then she would say, Vou a Margaon. So she is suggesting, she's telling you that she's just going to Margaon for a very short time. So, Vou a Margaon. And if she says, Vou para Margaon, it's because she wants to go to Margaon and stay there for a longer period of time. So if you're going on a holiday or going to stay somewhere else in some other city or in a different, some different place for some time, you say Vou para. So like I would say Vou para Goa, because I'm not coming back soon. Okay? And when I come back, I would say Vou para Portugal. Okay? Vou is ir. I'm sure you remember the verb ir. Eu vou, tu vais, ele vai, nós vamos, vocês vão, eles vão, elas vão. So eu vou. Okay? So para is when you go for a longer period of time. Now, the is of, and also sometimes for. Okay? And E-M-A, pronounced as A, is in. Now, I have written there du, da, du, duma. And nu, na, nu, numa. Now, this I think I will explain to you another time. When it is usually in English, as in English, we say of the. It is always followed by an article. You know? So here in Portuguese, the of the is joined together. The plus u becomes do. And you don't say the u, but you say do. If it is a feminine thing, then you don't say the a, you say da. If it is of a, that is in Portuguese, the equivalent of a is one. So you would say, actually nowadays they don't use this word do and duma so much because it doesn't sound so nice. So mostly they say the or the but it's also okay to say do and duma. Similarly, in a and in the. Okay, mostly these two prepositions, these two words go with an article in English as well as in Portuguese. So, suppose you want to say in the boat or in the bus. Okay, there was a rush in the bus. Then you would say in and the, that is u, nu, N-O, plus U. I will take this up another time also, but I'm just telling you now quickly. So that is NA and NO is nu and na. Nu and numa. That is A plus is nu, and A plus uma becomes numa. Okay. Now, similarly, okay, Lorraine, thank you. Similarly, in Portuguese, the words need to be adjusted, not only to agree with the sentences, need to be adjusted not only for the gender, but for the number, that is for the singular and plural. All right. So most singulars and plurals have rules. Most, no, always there are rules to make a word into plural. Okay. In English, we have we say this and we say that. Okay. So we say these. We say this and we say these. Okay, this book, these books. Similarly, we say that book and we say those books. So same way, you make a plural of this, that. We make a plural of the nouns also. A child, we say in English, we say children. Okay. So similarly, we have to make plurals of not just this and that. Like, for example, we would say, this child is tall. These children are tall. Okay, so here, what are we changing? We are changing this to these. We are changing child to children. And then we are also changing the verb is and are. Okay, and tall remains the same. But in Portuguese, the adjectives also become plural. Okay, so we would say, este menino é alto. So este means this. So este menino é alto. And you would say, estes meninos são altos. Okay, so that is these boys are tall. So equivalent, if they are girls, you would say, esta menina é alta. Estas meninas são altas. Okay, sound is are, no? So now, what do we see here? That the plurals are quite easy. When the word ends with an O and an R, it is just adding an S. Okay, so similarly, we for example, tiu would be tia, the feminine. Tius, tias. Okay, but not all words end with an O and an A. Oh, sorry, O and A. All right, so they are when they don't end with O and an A, there are a little different rules. Okay, those rules I will give them to you again. But for now, I'm just telling you these things because everything that I want to give you on the group chat and pronounce it and all, I'm telling you about it here so that you hear it again and you can fix it better. So we say, so as carro, what would be the plural? Carros. Casa, what would be the plural? Casa. Yes. So it's quite simple. Now, words that end with "ão," like for example, avião, tradição, You did many words with ending with aun, right? So words which end with an aun become orange. O and a til on top of that, an E and an S. So many words that end with aun are made plural by changing it in the O aun, sorry, AO til on the A into orange. Also sometimes aush and aish, but it's much less. And you will learn this eventually in a very easy way as you start, speaking and hearing more Portuguese being spoken. And you will hear. Okay. If you're interested in learning, you will hear a lot of Portuguese being spoken slowly here in these lessons and on the chat and outside. Okay. So now words that end with N, R, S, Z also become plural by adding es. Okay, so when there is the word ends with a vowel, o or a, or even sometimes e. Some word, like for example, let's say differente, different. Okay, este livro é diferente. So we are saying this book is different. Este livro é diferente. So when you make it into plural, you say estes livros são diferentes. Okay? So let's talk about a car. We are talking about a car. So we say este carro é diferente. Or plural would be estes carros são diferentes. Okay, so it's not so difficult at all. Okay, now words that end with em or im, they form plural by taking the m and adding ns. Like for example, the word that we learned, that is one. Number one is and you want to say uns. Uns means some, one and some, no? So uns is written as uns. Okay. Similarly, let us say the word homem. Homem means man. Homem, homens. It's pronounced more or less in the same way. Homens, but it's written HOMENS. Okay, so always when the word ends with an M, a vowel and an M, the plural is NS, the same vowel and the NS. Okay, jardim. Jardim means garden. Is jardins. JARDINS. Yeah, N. Okay, NS. Similarly, words that end with an L. You remove the L and IS. Animal, animais. ANIMA. You remove the L and you put MAIS. Okay, so L changes into IS for the plural. Okay, I will give all this to you on the group chat, so it will not be difficult at all. Papel. Papel, plural, papel is paper, if you remember. Papel, papéis. Papéis. Okay? Not papelish, but papéis. IS. So only the words ending with N, R, S, Z, they form plural by adding E and S. Okay? Other words that end with a vowel form plural by adding only an S. Not so easy, not so difficult, right? But again, I tell you, the more you repeat, the more you hear Portuguese being spoken, the faster you will learn, just like children. Okay? I think we are
Very
already.
nice. Nice to
yeah.
hear that, Shanti.
Yes. Believe it. It's
Yes,
not enough to hear it, please. You have to believe it and you have to do it. Most people do not learn because they believe that it is difficult and it's very, it's beyond reach.
true.
Most people do not learn for that reason. But those who, I know a lot of people who have learned very simple. Sabrina is one of them. Sabrina speaks Portuguese well.
The fluency.
There will always be some mistakes, but she moved to Portugal and she speaks Portuguese well. And I have known a lot of people who have moved into homes where they speak Portuguese and they were not afraid to make mistakes and they learned easily. And those who were very afraid that, they would be laughed at or made mistakes, they never managed to learn. So please, nobody is going to laugh. Please learn. Okay?
I think it will happen, Shanti, because our seniors are remarkable. You know, the way they pick up things, and it's really to be appreciated.
I would like feedback, please. I would like each one of you to send me something said by you.
Mm,
Obrigada, Shanti.
Yes.
Thank you so
Adeus,
much.
adeus. Obrigada a vocês todos.
And we wish
Obrigada, muito obrigada.
you a safe journey to Goa. Looking
Thank
forward to
you.
meeting
Obrigada.
you on 7th. Yes.
Adeus. Até logo. Até logo. Until
Till
soon.
we meet. Yes.
Até logo.
Obrigada.
Obrigada.
Obrigada.